tiple y el güiro no han cesado de tocar. El bongo, el tiple y el güiro no han cesado de tocar. Porque así son los guajiros, no tienen cuándo acabar. Es costumbre campesina desde el tiempo colonial.
Y llegando bailadores comal por los caminos cascados. Y llegando bailadores comal por los caminos.
For what I do, percussion, Cuba is the mecca. Here there's nothing but pure musical energy. The udu drum, which makes the dip, the goong goong sound, they all got a big kick out of it last time for Buena Vista Social Club. So they all would laugh and like they'd see me like goong goong, like I became that guy with the funny sounds. It's not anything obvious because it fills a pocket that so much of the percussion is going around the one of each bar. They usually leave out. It adds to, I know what Ry kind of has in mind, a strange departure in like a bizarre band that never existed back in the 60s or something. Punta Itza took sort of an interest in teaching me stuff, and like everyone's a percussionist, and it's almost those who aren't percussionists that are the best percussionists. They're the ones who have that light touch that's so hard to find. There's no kind of learning like the kind of learning you get from the guys here. It's so subtle and quiet and so powerful at the same time.
Diluvio de besos, tempestad de amor, ansias incontables de unir nuestras vidas, y a pesar de todo, partir fue mi muerte. Murieron mis ilusiones y no resucitan.
How did this all get started? My friend Nick Gold of World Circuit Records in London called me up, asked if I'd join him in Cuba, make a record of Cuban music with some campesino musicians and some West African players. Which sounded like a great idea. It had never been tried. I said, sure. My wife and I had been in Havana in the 70s kind of poking around and searching around for this son music from a tape that a friend had given us. And it had some of the most incredible playing and some of the most beautiful songs on it. I had never heard anything like it. So we got on a boat and went down there and kind of snuck around and searched around and actually got to hear some good old timers, but I didn't know what to do about it in those days. I didn't know how to proceed or how to pursue anything, so we came back home. Been thinking about it ever since. So we got down this time, and Nick picked us up at the airport and said, you know, the Africans couldn't make it. They got hung up in Paris. What are we going to do here? So we figured we would just go ahead with whoever we could find. And we started asking around, and Juan de Marcos helped us out, and pretty soon we had a room full of people, including Compay Segundo and Eliades Ochoa, Ibrahim Ferrer, Amadito Valdez, Violeva, Monteita, and Ruben, Cachao, and Barbarito Torres, who's the laúd player. Turned out it was him on the tape that I'd had all these years. It sort of lured me down there in the first place. These were people that I had heard on records over the years, had no idea whether they were living or dead. Ruben Gonzalez hadn't even had a piano in 10 years, hadn't really been playing. They told us he had arthritis and couldn't play. Of course, that wasn't true. And this is an example of the kind of luck and good fortune that you have to find out that so many of these people were still alive and well, although forgotten, happy to play, very generous and open-hearted with their talent and their knowledge, and it was a fantastic experience. It was the kind of thing I feel that I might be fair to say I've trained for my whole life, and something very rare, like I tell Joaquin, this might just happen to you once in your life. Flying back to Los Angeles, I started thinking what a great thing it would be to get everybody together and do a show someplace. By that time, the record had gotten so popular that these guys were all really busy. The only place we could get everybody together was Amsterdam at the Carré Theater, 2 nights in April. Everybody knows Carnegie Hall's the place to go.